Peace and power, y'all. This is your brother Baba Amin Ojuwo, and this is the morning build. Hey, got those Uhuru Academy scholars hard at work this morning. They actually on a quick break, so I said, while you're on a quick break, I'm going to get a community a quick message. And I like to ask my students, what do y'all think I should share with the community today? You know what I'm saying? What do you think I should share with the community? You know what I'm saying? And today we had creative writing. We had student choice, and that's where students get to choose what they want to write about. You know what I'm saying? And so students was like, tell the community to follow their passion, tell the community to follow their dreams, tell the community to not give up this morning, Baba Amin. And so I'm here to tell the community to follow your passion. I'm here to tell the community to follow your dreams, make them real. I'm here to tell the community to never give up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take just a minute to just let some folks know that I'm live right quick. I got people who be like, Baba, I mean, when you go live, man, let me know. I want to catch it live. They might want to leave a comment. They might want to say something positive. So, I'm going to take a moment to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I pray that everybody's having a blacktastic day, that everybody's having a powerful Monday morning or Tuesday morning, that you had a powerful weekend. Your work has gotten off to a powerful start. You're loving yourself. You're looking in the mirror and you're seeing that chocolate skin. You like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're looking at that natural hair. You're like, woo, God bless me with some beautiful, thick, nappy, which rhymes with happy hair. You're looking at that wide nose and them thick, kissable lips. And you like, man, we are a beautiful people. I pray that you're honoring your ancestors in your bloodline. You're honoring our collective ancestors that's been fighting for our freedom. You know what I'm saying? For all these centuries. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying that you just off to a powerful start. I'm praying that you're honoring the creator in whatever that you do. Understand that we are a spiritual people. We have been a spiritual people from the beginning. We understand that there are things happening in this universe that are seen and some things that are just felt. You know what I'm saying? And so I pray that you are paying homage to both the seen and the unseen, you know what I'm saying, this week, in lifting yourself up and strengthening yourself and strengthening those around you. You know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning, y'all, with legacy on my mind. Right. I woke up this morning just contemplating and thinking about the history of the Uhuru Academy. You know what I'm saying? And we founded the Uhuru Academy. For those who don't know, we founded the Uhuru Academy in 2010. It was conceived in my mind, conceived in my heart, because I was tired of working for other youth programs and putting band-aids on bullet wounds. And I wanted to be a part of a more permanent solution. You know what I'm saying? And my wife, who was right by my side, Mama Nkoyo, I shared that dream with her, that vision with her, and she was like, I'm all in. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have any budget. We didn't have any money. You know what I'm saying? We had 5 children at the time, that we were raising, but I just knew that this was my calling. I just knew that I was a teacher. I knew that I was meant to teach. I understood that there was a need in our community for culturally relevant, African-centered education, empowerment-based education. And I didn't care if I was just going to work with 3 children, 5 children, right? I just knew we had to establish it, that somebody had to do something. And that's how the Uhuru Academy was born, right? And right there in Fort Worth, Texas, right there in the hood, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really know nobody. I ain't know nobody in the conscious community. I ain't no major player. You know what I'm saying? I didn't march with college. I don't have no names to throw out there with you to say this is who I came up under, but I was trained by some fantastic people like Brother Ricky Clark, who runs MBK Fort Worth right now, but he's the founder of STEP Strategies to Elevate People. My first teaching opportunity, he provided me with that opportunity in Butler Housing during a Rites of Passage program, right? That's where I learned to teach. I literally learned to teach in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like Will Muhammad of the Nation of Islam, who took me under his wing and taught me how to be humble in the face of Allah, humble in the face of the Creator. I learned so much from Brother Will about personal discipline, right? And it was my learning under him that made me safe for women and children, that made me understand the honor and the conviction that comes with working with our people. If you're going to join this army, if you're going to join any movement to uplift Black folk, then you got to be an honorable person. You don't have to be perfect, but you can't be corrupt. Right. And I learned that early. I learned that at 18. I learned that at 19, that if you're going to be corrupt, then this ain't for you. Right. That personal discipline was key. right? And so learning that from Will, learning how to teach from Ricky Clark, who just man just left me right there in the hood. You know what I'm saying? To do my thing and allowed me to grow as a teacher. You know, I'm thinking about Dr. Elizabeth Branch, you know what I'm saying, and Mr. James Branch, who had an alternative school over in the hood called the Branches Educational Center. That was my first classroom in a building. That was my first classroom. They gave me a shot. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I dropped out of college. I don't have a college degree. I have a passion for what I do, but I don't have a college degree. I don't have a teacher's certification. So for some people, I'm not even a real teacher. I'm just going to be real. For some people, I'm not even a real teacher. But if you ask my students, they'll tell you I'm one of the realest ones they've ever had. And my passion for the craft of teaching, right, has nothing to do with the so-called educational attainment, because teaching is all I've done during my adult life. At Branches Educational Center, the Branches gave me an opportunity, even though I wasn't a certified teacher, to come in and teach young people who had been kicked out of school. They gave me that opportunity. And with that opportunity, what did I do? I rose through the ranks and became the lead instructor. In other words, I was supervising certified teachers. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that this is what your passion can do. When you find your calling, when you find your passion, you'll be surprised where it can take you. From the Branches, man, I've worked in several youth programs, you know, through the Coming Up Gang intervention, youth services, helping young people find jobs. All of it was gaining experience. All of it was just gaining valuable experience to start my own. See, one of the reasons why I left college in the first place was because I wanted to start my own. I made a conscious decision that I was going to be self-educated. I made a conscious decision that with what I was called to do, there was no degree for it. That I was called to do something different, that I was called to carve a certain niche, a different kind of niche, a different kind of lane, a different kind of experience, the road less traveled, a hard road. Y'all, it's been a hard road, not an easy road, but an effective road, a road that has me here today with something to offer. Something to offer that's unique, something to offer, you know, an experience and skill and a skill set to offer that's unique in this profession. Yeah, I counsel with PhDs now. You know, I'm honored that. I'm honored that for generations now, people have trusted me with their children. I'm teaching the children of children that I taught. I'm honored. I'm honored to be respected. I'm honored to be in that position because I know what it took to get here. I'm honored that I went to my community. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go to the school district. I didn't go to any of those institutions. I went directly to my community and said, I have something to offer based on all this experience, based on all of the teaching in the alternative schools, the juvenile detention centers, you know, based on being right there in the hood doing rites of passage programs and working with the gang involved youth and all that. Now we have something to offer. It's called the Uhuru Academy. And I was honored that my community at home responded, because you can't do this by yourself. I was honored that the community at the hood showed up. I was honored when Supreme Rock Africa and Kari Menashe Africa showed up. I was honored when Steve and Tamika Muhammad showed up with their children and said, we're going to trust our babies with you. We see what you've been doing. We see your work. We're going to trust our babies with you. And I'm honored that both of the children that they brought to me were third graders. I'm honored that we graduated them, that we took them from third grade through 12th grade and we graduated them. I'm honored. Nothing speaks like your work. And I remember when we started the Uhuru Academy, a lot of people in the conscious community did not know who we were. And that's not no fault to them, because I wasn't going to meetings. I wasn't at the conferences. I wasn't there. And then when we presented ourselves not asking permission to do our work. We presented ourselves asking for forgiveness because we're going to do this work regardless. And we brought the hood to the table. And the whole goal is to heal the disconnect between the African-centered community and the Black community at large, to make sure that there's no disconnect. We want to build African-centered education for African people, regardless of what their current political affiliation is. We want to build that bridge. We wanted to be a part of bridging that gap, and I'm honored to be a part of that. I'm honored to be a part of the RBG movement and RBG Family Weekend, where we had people coming from all over the country and outside the country to celebrate Black love. But it wasn't your average everyday, what you would call hotep type person. These are people from the hood that say, man, I love being Black too. We trying to figure out how to be Black, but we don't want to abandon who we are. We want to make this transition into Black consciousness as well, but how do we do it in a healthy way? I'm honored that at the Uhuru Academy, we have children who are Black Hebrew Israelites. We have children who are Christians. We have children who are Muslims. We have children who practice Ifa, and they all collab together. They're all building relationships and friendships that's going to last for the rest of their lives. And they're not afraid of each other because they believe in something different. They're learning about each other's beliefs. Oh, man, it's beautiful. And encouraging each other to stay true to it. That's what we want to build. I'm looking at the world right now, and I look at the so-called world leaders and the utter failure that they put on display every day. The failure for two groups to not figure out how to solve their differences without blowing up women and children. That's failure. That's weakness. Then we look at our community and we start talking about, we just all this senseless violence. We live in a world of senseless violence. We live in a world full of weak people who don't know how to resolve issues without harming each other, without deciding, okay, you shouldn't exist. And when we begin to mirror that, see, we want to call that a Black issue. When we look at each other and we start deciding that we don't need to exist, we want to say that's a Black issue. Look at Black on Black crime, Black on Black crime. No, we're just a reflection of the world at large. Because we live in a world full of people who, because they don't know how to live with others, because they don't know how to share, they decide that other people shouldn't exist. It's a sad commentary. You weak with your tanks, with your bombs, with your missiles. You weak. You have to build a nuclear bomb and be able to blow everything up because you're weak. That's not strength. That's weakness. And when it comes to our community, when we're not able to come together based on those things that we have in common, that's weakness. When you look at these YouTube personalities and they just going at each other, that's weakness. That's not strength. When I'm holding him accountable. It ain't your job to hold somebody. How you hold them accountable? No, you're not. You looking for clicks and views. That's weakness. Y'all was working together 6 months ago. Now y'all calling each other a liar. That's just a reflection of y'all's inability to work together. That's y'all business. Keep it moving. Building a Uhuru Academy has been a display of strength. It's been a display of discipline. I'm not perfect though. I don't swing hammers. I don't fix cars. It's a lot of stuff I don't do. But one thing I do well is teach. I do that well. And even though I took a different road, that road is bearing fruit. That road has bore fruit. And it continues to bear fruit. And I'm proud of it. And I want to thank everybody that supported us through the years. Everybody. Children have enrolled, whether you said a kind word. I want to thank everybody who understands and knows that the Uhuru Academy will be here for 100 years, because the Uhuru Academy was really built out of the mud. It really did raise up from the trenches, and it really does come from Black people, regular Black people, working class Black people, and it's for Black people. Y'all, they call me Baba Amin. I ain't never been to Africa, and I ain't never been ordained or initiated into any traditional African spiritual system. The hood called me Baba. Our community decided that I could be bestowed that title. Black folk decided that I was Baba. No ritual. I never told anybody call me Baba. The community decided to do that. And that's the most honorable ordainment, if that's even a word, that I'm so honored by that title, because I know I earned it. I didn't pay nobody. I didn't go through a ceremony. I didn't do that. My ceremony lasted for 20 years. Because I was working 20 years before I got that title. My ceremony was blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice. When the neighborhood, when Black people began to call me Baba, it's because they saw the work. That's it. And respected the work. And I'm proud of that. I thank the Creator for that. This isn't easy to do. What you're doing isn't easy to do. What you're trying to manifest, what's on your spirit to manifest, is not easy to manifest. But stay the course. Practice self-discipline as much as you can. And don't waver in your mission. And you will reach your destination. The Uhuru Academy is a testament of that. And as hard as I'm coming at you today, this is how hard we teach every day when we have the honor to be in front of our children. You can spread the word if you want to. We gonna keep working. We gonna keep building with passion, with strength, with dignity. It's an honor to serve African people. Hey, I gotta go back to class. Like this video, share this video, allow this video, this message to inspire you. Get out here and do what you need to do. Do your part. Special shout out to Gail at Night too. We give thanks for sharing the Patreon. You know, y'all can support us. Let me do it like this before I get back. You can make donations, Cash App, $ Uhuru Academy. You can become a monthly donor, right, as well with the Patreon channel. The link is scrolling underneath. All right. We are now enrolling. All right. Enroll your children. Pull them out the public food system and put them in Uhuru Academy by visiting uhuruacademy.com right now. I'm about to get Black to work. It's time for these babies to get into some language arts. And I'm looking forward to our lesson today. Hey, I love you. I don't mind telling you. Stay up. This has been the Morning Bill. Peace.